Hey guys, my name is Trisha, aka Motleygrrl, and welcome to my channel. I decided I was gonna pop in real quick and do a tutorial on how to put on a wig. I get a lot of questions about that. I've gotten a lot of requests to do a tutorial. I did do a quick tutorial at the end of my Get Ready With Me video, but that was at the end of the video, and that video was nearly an hour long, so you probably didn't make it that far. So I wanna do one super quick so you guys can see how easy it is to wear a wig. It's super, super quick. It's not intimidating at all, and it really only takes about 5 minutes of your time. Instead of sitting there and curling your hair and, you know, fussing over it for nearly an hour, you can just pop on a wig and be done with it, girl. So let's first talk about the type of wigs that you guys can buy. There are synthetic wigs and there are human hair wigs. There are front lace wigs and there are full lace wigs. So what I buy are synthetic front lace wigs. And the reason I buy the front lace wigs is because this section here is kind of hand sewn in. They actually take the hair fibers, the synthetic fibers, and they sew them into the cap, so that way it looks very natural and you can give it a part and it's gonna look just like my real hair part. Because with my real hair part, you can see it's not perfect. Now, if you get a wig that does not have a lace front, it's gonna look fake. It's gonna look like one of those wigs you would buy at the Halloween shop. That is Gemma running on her cat treadmill, so pardon the noise. So the other type of wigs are the human hair wigs, and that's gonna be the type of wig where if you're gonna wear it every day and you want it to look super real, like a nice blonde wig or a brown wig, you want to get that type of wig. Those are a little bit more expensive, but I opt for the synthetic wigs because I don't wear them every day. I don't wear them for long periods of time, and I mostly go for the pinks and the purples and the crazy ombre colors. I do have a few blondes, but there's no reason for me to go ahead and spend a lot of money on a human hair wig when I can spend $50 to $100 on a synthetic hair wig. So once you pick out your wig and you know what you got going on, you gotta put it on your head. And you wanna wear a wig cap. And there are two different types of wig caps that I know of. The first one is this one, which literally looks like a nylon cap. You just stick it on top of your head. Somehow you get all your hair in there. It kinda looks like a swim cap, like when you go swimming, you know, those really annoying caps that, I don't know if people still wear them, but that's what this one looks like. The one that I prefer looks kind of like a fishnet stocking, and it's open on both ends, and it's super easy to get all of your hair in here. I have a decent amount of hair and it's kind of long, so this really helps me to get all my hair in. I couldn't imagine trying to get all my hair into that little cap. I don't know, that just kind of seems like a nightmare. So first thing you want to do is make sure all your hair is kind of in like a crazy ponytail on top of your head. So I'm gonna pull it all up together and kind of do like a loose high ponytail, just like that. Now, this has a thick side with a band. You can see the band right there. And the other side is virtually nothing. It's just like a continuation of the cap. There's really no thick bandedness on that side. So I want that thick band to go around my hairline. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put this over my head and go all the way down to my neck, because I want to make sure all of these flyaways, especially under or at the back of my neck, get in. And then I will take the thick part and put that around my hairline and just kind of pull that up a little bit. And I'll make sure my ears are out of the cap I am pulling this down so it covers the hair at the base of my neck. I want to make sure that this thick band is just about at my hairline, maybe a little bit above it. And now what I'm going to do is take this ponytail and pull it out. And then take this little sock and just kind of distribute my hair evenly inside of this cap. A lot of people will braid their hair real nicely and pin it against their head. I don't do that. I just make sure my hair is flat to my head. I like a little bit of volume in my wigs, but truth be told, my hair is pretty flat to my head. As long as you push it in and you distribute it evenly, it's gonna be flat enough. There's no need to really go and do all those fancy braids unless your hair is like super thick and super long. Then you might want to do some really tight braids, and you could do 2 long tight braids and kind of like wrap it around like that. But if you don't have really long thick hair, then there's no need to do that. So the next step then would be to apply the wig. And today I am using my purple wig from Donna Love Hair. I will link it down below. Here it is. It's one of my favorite wigs. Now you can see here in the front, that's the magical part that I'm talking about. That's what happens when you order a lace front wig. They give you a nice part. Sometimes the part isn't this nice, and I bet when I got this, the part wasn't as wide as it is. So what I do is I will go into the part. First of all, I'll make sure that the part is where I want it to be. And then I will go in with some tweezers and I will very gently pull out individual hairs to make the part a little bit wider, because people, let's face it, some people have wide parts. Nobody has hair that meets perfectly together and you can't see any of their scalp. So then once I get the part the way I want it, I'll go in with a concealer that's just a shade lighter than my face, because our scalps are a little bit lighter than our face. And I will go in and I will dot this line to make it look a little bit more realistic. And that's pretty much the extent of my routine on getting my wigs to look realistic. A lot of people will go in where this lace ends. See, you can see where I've cut it. They'll go in there and they will roughen up the hairs and make baby hairs, make them shorter. I just keep them all long. I don't do all that crazy stuff. But yeah, you can see that this is all part of the lace wig. If I wanted to, I could part it anywhere in this section, because that's obviously where the lace is. This is the cap, and it comes with combs. That's how you're going to secure it down onto your head. And then this is the back. This is by the base of your neck, this thick part here, which also has a comb. And this is going to secure it down to the base of your neck. A lot of wigs will come with a comb up in this area. This one does not. Now you can also use wig glue to secure the front parts here down, because this will flap a little bit, and if you glue it down, it's gonna look super realistic. I've also heard people use eyelash glue to glue it down, but I've never glued my wigs down because I've never worn them for that long, and I just have never found it to be necessary. So the way I put my wigs on, I make sure that this thick band is gonna be going on my back of my neck, and I just kind of dive right in. And once I get that on the back of my neck, I make sure I push that clip in so my wig isn't gonna go anywhere. And then I just kind of flip my hair up, and you can see that my wig cap is showing. So I'm gonna lift that up and just bring it down a little bit, just like that. You want it to obviously cover that line of your wig cap and your hairline. You don't want to bring it down too far because that's going to look unnatural. You want it to match your usual hairline. So that's really about it. And then you can style it however you want. Now I will go back in and find those extra combs. You can see there's one right there, and I'm going to go underneath the wig cap to my real hair, push it under to really give it some stability. Not that this would ever blow off or anything, because it's on there pretty good just with the one clip in the back, but this is going to help keep it where it is, and it's not going to show any of my pink hair underneath. So really, that's it, guys. That's how to put on a wig 101. And what I like to add is these synthetic wigs are usually heat resistant. So you can go in with a curling iron or a straightening iron. You can curl this up a little bit more if you wanted to, or if you don't like these curls, which I like these curls, you can go in and straighten them. You can also buy synthetic hair shampoo and conditioner. I do have a wig that was getting super ratty and I thought I was gonna have to throw it away, but I washed it and it came out really nice and it looks like brand new. So once your wigs start to get old looking, you can always revitalize them, restyle them, and keep them looking fresh and new. So that's how you put on a wig. This video took me 11 minutes to make, and without all the talking, it's probably cut in half. So there you go, 5 minutes. And if you have any questions about this video, or there's any other videos you want me to make about wigs, please let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this, please give me a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you again real soon. That's the noise you guys were hearing. My cat Gemma on her cat wheel, getting in her exercise for the evening.